previous lecture, we saw how to create a Stripe webhook and access it using our Next.js application. Over here, you can see that for every event that we are listening to, we have a type provided as the response. So here it says customer.subscription.created. Now what we need to do is once we have such response coming from the webhook, we need to update our profile table. And here we want to update two things, is subscribed and interval. Here, one thing that we need to know is the value that we are trying to update over here is actually coming from Stripe. So the operation that we need to perform needs to bypass the row level security. And to do that, we have to make use of service role key. So you can just click on reveal and copy. Once you do that, you need to go to your local environment file, and here you need to specify that. So here I've said Supabase service key and the value that I copied from there. Once it's there, what we need to do next is in our Supabase.js file, we need to create a function which is going to create a client instance. So here you can see we had this create client and it made use of the Supabase URL and key. Here we are using the Supabase service key to create the client. This allows us to bypass the row level security and make any updates that are required at system level. So let's save this first and then go back to our Stripe hooks.js file. Now within this, we will be importing the newly created get service Supabase from this util Supabase, and here we will be creating the Supabase client. Once we have that client, we'll be listening to the event, and here if the event is created, what we are doing is we are saying that update the profile table with these values. So is subscribed is set to true, and the interval is retrieved using the event.data object items date of 0 plan interval. So if you see this one, here we have the event, and then we are accessing the data, which is currently being shown as object, and we are exploring that over here. So data object, within that we have items data of 0 plan interval. That value is then provided over here, and we are setting this to this Stripe customer event.data.object.customer. So that also comes as part of this data that we are seeing. Now let's go ahead and save this, run our application. Here let's go to pricing, and here we have subscription. Let's click on subscribe over here, and once that's done, we get this message payment successful. Let's go back to our table profile and try reloading it, and there we have it. The is subscribed is set to true now, and the interval is set to month. So that's how we can bypass row level security using the secret service role option provided by Supabase.